There was a man who never asked questions until the moment he died, or so he thought, because it wasn't an end, it was a beginning. And in that tunnel of light, where silence hummed with deeper truths, he didn't just see a brighter world, he became it. He felt the love, not as a word, but as a weightless gravity, pulling all his fears into nothingness. Just to remind him, what you think is real is only the echo of what you've believed. And now imagine for a moment, you're remembering this story as if it were your own. Not because it happened, because it's happening now, at a level deeper than thought. Let go of old beliefs. Allow new truths to settle into your unconscious. Begin to operate as if these ideas were always yours. You might wonder how someone who didn't know could know they were always remembering what had never been forgotten. And that's the thing. When you don't know what you know, you begin to know in ways that make not knowing impossible. Because is it true that you need to learn this now? Or is it true you've always been using these beliefs without knowing their names? And if something is always becoming more real the moment you forget to question it, what exactly is it that you're learning? When forgetting becomes the way remembering begins. In another place, a child stood in the hall of mirrors. But not the kind that reflects your face. No. These mirrors reflect your energy, your intent, your identity, before you believed you had one. When he smiled, the whole room lit up. When he cried, the glass cracked with compassion. He realized reality is not what you see, it's what you project. Your state of mind is the brush. Your beliefs the canvas. And you choose a different frame. You change the whole painting, because every mirror was simply showing him what he brought with him. You're enough because you are. Love is the default, fear is the illusion. What you focus on multiplies. If reality reflects your energy, then changing your energy changes everything. So the question isn't if these beliefs will become yours, but whether they're becoming yours now or becoming yours before you even notice they've always been there. You could wait for transformation. You could feel it arriving even before you finish the sentence. And those who leave the body for a moment, just long enough to forget what limits mean, they come back changed, not because something new was added, because something false was removed. The lie of separation, the myth of unworthiness, the fiction of fear. They return with fire in their eyes, certainty in their spine, and a strange, peaceful kind of power in their smile. Because now they know. Not think, not believe, but know. That life is play, love is truth, and growth is the only direction. A man who was afraid of death finds out death is just a doorway into depth. A woman who is abandoned by love realizes she was love all along, waiting for herself to return. A skeptic seeing the light cries, not from fear, but relief, because suddenly it all makes sense. Everything hard was just the pressure to break through the shell of false identity. You can feel the shift now, can't you? Not in your mind, not only there, but in the deepest part, where decisions are made before words arrive. The part of you that already knows you don't need permission to live fully. You're already whole. You're already home. You're becoming who you already are by letting go of who you never were. If you're shown peace after death, then that peace is available in life. If love is the force you return to, then love is the force you are now. If you came back to change, then you were meant to change others by being the change that you thought you had to find. So now, as you begin to notice these ideas working for you, even when you forget what they were, notice how the world reacts differently. The mirrors shift. The light bends around your smile. The people you meet feel strangely familiar. Because the you you've always been is finally allowed to emerge. That emergence begins by focusing on combining all these ideas, beliefs and concepts and installing them unconsciously as your new belief system, which by now has already begun.